Let's go.
Yo, who won?
Commanders, bro.
Let's go! Let's go! Wow. Still a little bit hungover after that Monday night win. What a game. I just think this video is very much necessary because I feel like there was just so much excitement on that live stream last night. But, wow. Watch the Commanders shock the world yet again, beating no longer undefeated Philadelphia Eagles team. And who saw this coming? 11-point underdogs, and they won by 11 points. Just can't make that up much more beautiful. Let's talk about it. I mean, again, let's go back to it. Taylor Heinicke, 10-9 as a starting quarterback. Not too many quarterbacks in Washington have a winning record, so it's good to see that. This guy just has heart, grit, heart of a lion, heart of a warrior, a champ. Might not have all the intangibles, but man, this man will forever play till the clock hits zero. And there just should not be any quarterback controversy when Carson comes back from injury. It just shouldn't be. Look at the locker room. Everyone was celebrating. Chase Young was celebrating. He wasn't even playing. He looked hype. It's just the fact that if you bench Taylor Heinicke for Carson Wentz, it's just the locker room will be very much shaky because everyone's believing in Taylor right now. And how could you not, man? I mean, his story, I would keep talking about it. It's incredible. XFL, ODU, I mean, bouncing from team to team, sleeping on his sister's couch, studying for finals, getting called up, COVID protocol. You just can't make that up. You can't. And for Taylor Heinicke, he's just him, man. And I know he didn't have any touchdowns, 211 passing yards, but he did what he had to do, just making the right play at the right time. That need that he took and got hit late, that's football IQ. Knew that you got to run the clock out, but also knew that, hey, they're about to hit me, let me just take it. And he ate it, and he celebrated. And you got to love it, man. The interception, that kind of did suck because it was a 3rd and 3, but it was like a punt. And honestly, knowing Taylor, he's due for interception every game. Whether it comes at a bad time, that's what we worry about. But it was just a punt. It was a good, I'm happy that it was going up to Terry, but maybe to the sideline would have been better because C.J. Gardner-Johnson, the safety, would have been away from him to play. But maybe a lob. I mean, not a lob. A bullet would have been good too because it just seemed like the ball was up there for forever. But again, just something you got to work on, but not too crazy. I mean, Joey Sly, the former Hokie, just how many 26 points? So how many field goals? 1, 2, 3, 4. I think he was 4 for 4. Had a career long 58 yards, 55 yards. We've seen in Washington just kickers not being able to do their job and make kicks, especially at Philly. It's a crazy environment. I mean, those Philly fans are just something else. They're a different breed. But shout out to Joey Sly and Tressway being Tressway, just always being consistently good. But now I want to talk about Terry McLaurin, the man who I have his jersey. It's in my closet. Owns Darius Slay. I think he had over 128 receiving yards. Just catch after catch and talking smack. You just love to see it, man. I mean, this guy, a 3rd-round pick from Ohio State. No one thought at most he was going to be a special teams guy, punt returner. But he has excelled as a premier receiver in this league. And the respect that he gets, I still think a lot of people don't give it to him just because he plays here in Washington. But every week he just fights in and out. And you just love to see it over guys like a Darius Slay. But let's talk about the run game. Brian Robinson, I think he had over 80 yards in that rushing touchdown. That was the one key to victory. Just run the ball down this Philly defense because they cannot stop the run. We have the game plan. Brian Robinson, that touchdown, carrying 2 Eagles defenders and reaching out. Should be a comeback player of the year candidate, honestly. I think it's going to go to Saquon Barkley or Geno Smith if the Seahawks keep playing well. But getting shot and now you're scoring touchdowns, running people over. You just love to see it, man. You love to see it. Antonio Gibson had over 40 rushing yards. Again, this was the key to the game, the keys to the victory. Run the ball, and another key to victory is time of possession. We dominated time of possession. It was beautiful. The game script was beautiful. Scott Turner, as much crap as I give him, this was arguably his best call game in his tenure in Washington as OC. Run the ball down their throats, get the ball to our playmakers, Terry McLaurin, Curtis Samuel. Jahan Dotson even had a catch at his first game back. Hopefully next week we can see him more active on the offense, but Scott, man, I know we give him hell when things go bad, which is majority of the time, but you got to give him praise when he does it right. Scott Turner, that 4th and 1, Curtis Samuel end around, that was or jet sweep, that was kind of scary. I'm not gonna lie, but got the first down. But he just knew when to run the ball, and all his fans knew. And let's talk about Philly. A.J. Brown, 1 reception for 7 yards. Really hasn't done anything. Batman, I don't know where he is. He's somewhere out there, but he's not out there. He wasn't out there last night for the city. I can tell you that. But he did a great job on A.J. Brown. The Dallas Goedert play, it was a great play by John Ridgway. I know we gave him hell last week because of the penalty on the pushing, going over the center that didn't give Taylor Heineke more time or any time at all to get a field goal to somewhat tie the game against the Vikings. But he caused that fumble. I know that fumble, the face mask wasn't called by Jamin Davis, and the Philly fans, they're complaining about everything. But again, I can talk about penalties too. The Jahan Dotson pass interference, that was bogus. Why call it after Curtis Samuel catches it? Why not call it when you initially see it? It wasn't pass interference. The Ben St. Juste pass interference on, I think, Devontae Smith, that wasn't pass interference, man. It was just bogus. The ref that was right next to him, right next to the players that saw that play didn't throw a flag, but a ref that was 30 yards away threw the flag. Like, come on. Like, officiating was questionable on both sides, but at the end of the day, it is what it is, man. This Eagles offense, I just really thought, like, it was 14-7. It's just, like, they're just understacked. It's impossible to stop them. It really is. And we did a great job containing the run with Miles Sanders, Jalen Hurts. Again, guys, like, and Chase Young, this is news too. He's supposed to be activated this week, and hopefully will play against the Houston Texans. Be a huge boost to this defense, man. Huge. But now, let me talk more about this defense. Montez Sweat, a huge sack on 3rd down. All the guys come into play, just putting pressure, resistance, just resilient. Just keep on going at it. When you're away, when your backs are against the wall, you're 4 and 5. You're not expected to do anything. What do you have to lose, man? Just keep on fighting. And how about Derek Forrest, man? What a pick he was from Cincinnati, a late-round pick. The interception, he had the deep ball, he had it initially, then it went through his hands, A.J. Brown had it, then ripped it away from Derek Forrest. You got to love that. And then the fumble recovery, first of all, that deep play, I thought, I was like, oh, here we go, find a way to lose. But heads-up play by Ben St. Juste. Ben St. Juste, this guy, I think we found our cornerback one for the future. I mean, he is a baller. Such a heads-up play, I'm not giving up. You see that you gave up a long pass, long reception, and you tackle the guy from behind, strip the ball away from him. And originally I thought Devontae Smith had it, but it popped out free, and Derek Forrest picked it up. Johnny on the spot. You got to love it. You got to love it. Our young guys making plays. Cole Holcomb is out, and a lot of fans are saying that this defense looks way better without him. I don't know. It would be nice to see him out there still at full health when Chase Young comes back. And Jamin Davis, man. I mean, what a turnaround has it been for him. Let's just look back at it when Jack Del Rio called him out. All the fans were saying this guy is a bust, but he's progressively been getting better, and you love to see it, man. You love to see it. But overall, what a great win. I mean, the Eagles. This is a good team. This is a very good team. I don't know why people are saying that they're the 2020 Pittsburgh Steelers. This team actually has pieces, unlike that Pittsburgh team 2 years ago. They have a young QB who's mobile, and it's still good, but just couldn't deliver last night against our beloved Washington Commanders. We're now at 500, and you gotta love it. You gotta love it. We have 2 winnable games coming up at Houston, and we're hosting Atlanta. Honestly, should win both games. I think has to be dominant wins. We gotta be assertive, but you can't take Houston lightly because they're just a gritty team. They got Dameon Pierce, Brandon Cooks, Davis Mills, ain't no scrub. So, yeah, we're at 500 right now. I mean, Everything's going well. The guys were celebrating in the locker room. You can barely hear Ron Rivera at the press conference because the music was going crazy. Play Meek Mill, Dreams and Nightmares. I used to dream of, what was it? I used to think of times like this to rhyme like this. Something like, I don't even know. But yeah, man, Philly, gotta give them their first loss. And thank God, Miami owes us a big one. That 72 team, for them keeping the record still. All thanks to us. But man, oh man, Chase Young's about to come back soon. Hopefully, Taylor McLaurin is still him. Taylor Heineke is a dog. I will love this man for the rest of my life. He's just him. And Dan Schneider is about to sell this team in a few months. Everything's clicking in Commanderland. But if I want to be more confident in this team, which a lot of people think I'm not, even my own friends, because I was watching the game at a potluck at school. And I was trying to get back, but I just decided to watch it there and going crazy and stuff. But if we want the respect that we want, we got to make sure we beat teams like Houston and Atlanta, by a blowout wins. Like, we want to be assertive, we want to be dominant. With that being said, guys, I just wanted to make this video to clear things up about this Monday Night Football game, because I just feel like there was just so many things happening during the live stream that I didn't think could touch on more. Thank you guys for watching. Follow us on all social media platforms: TikTok, Twitter, Instagram at DMVSportsZone. What a great win. Shout out to Ron Rivera and company. His mom passed away as well. It was emotional in the locker room. Just got to give the whole coaching staff. We just outcoached Nick Sirianni and the Philadelphia Eagles. That's pretty much it. And I know it rarely happens, but when it does happen, you got to celebrate and you got to talk about it and acknowledge the guys that led us to victory. That being said, guys, I'm out. It's a long video. Sorry about that. Peace.